It's Donna from Donna's Sewing Circle. How are you all doing today? Come on in. I saved a seat for you. There's always room for another one. So I'm from Kentucky. Where are you all from? Leave me a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. I have been teaching sewing for a long time. I've been sewing for 20 years. And I've been teaching, I've got a couple years now in our local community. I teach one-on-one right now. And just leave a comment below where you're watching from. Most of my students come from Indiana or Kentucky. I'd love to hear from you, see where else my students are learning from. But this is video lesson 14 out of a series of 15. Today's lesson is my golden rules. These will help you sew better, sew faster, and be more happy with your outcome. So if you want to get a copy of these, there's 15 of them. They are free. They are printable. They're down below in the comment section or the description. Just follow the link, provide your email address, and you'll get them for free. And what I do is I printed mine out at the library, and then I had them laminate them. And then these would be great to leave by your sewing machine, create your own binder. That way you have them handy. Also, I've put out a book, Donna's Sewing Circle, and it goes along with these 15 videos. It goes much further in depth than what I will today in this video or what these flyers provide. So I would recommend you get your copy. You can get it for Kindle or you can get a paperback workbook. And I also provided 15 images, full-size images, which is 8.5 by 11, that you can cut out, frame, and hang in your sewing room. They're all these vintage 1950s style. They're really pretty, but they're designed to hang in your sewing room, give you inspiration, and to beautify your work area. Okay, so my golden rules, what I really believe will help you is, and I'm sure you've heard this over and over, measure twice, cut once. That is one of the most important rules before you cut anything, because fabric is expensive or it's upcycled and you only have a little bit of it anyway, so you don't want to make a mistake. Measure twice. Make sure your measurement is correct before you cut. That's golden rule number one. That one is very important. And then my other suggestion is quality. Don't buy the cheapest. When I first began, that's what I did, because we were raising 7 kids and I didn't have the funds to purchase anything. So it was all hand-me-downs. Not like our grandparents did. They made garments out of shirts. That's what I did. I found the cheapest thing I could find and used that. And those items that I've made first out of all these cheap fabrics didn't last very long. The quality of the product wasn't very good, but they were great for a beginner. So if you're wanting to begin, then fine. Get the cheapest thing you can afford, or the most expensive thing you can afford. And don't worry about it. But quality does matter, especially in your utensils. I always use Fiskars. I use Brothers sewing machines. I've used this Brother was the original I bought 20 years ago. It's still working great. And then I had a friend whose mother-in-law passed away. I inherited her sewing machine. It was also a Brother. It's downstairs in my dining room where I sew quick projects. I don't have to run upstairs and cool down my sewing room. If I'm just planning on sewing for 10-15 minutes, I'll use that one. But if I'm going to be sewing for a long time, then I'll come up in the studio. Okay? And if you go to my YouTube channel, or not YouTube channel, I created a web page, and it has a page in there called My Favorites, and they're from Amazon. And some of my items, like my sewing machines, it goes from beginner to medium, and then to the best quality. So I started out to give you an opportunity to choose which better fits what you need. because I know some people have to start out at the very basics. That's fine. I started out with the medium. I believe this is the medium, and then I also ended up with the higher end quilting machine also. So I've gotten all, well, I didn't get the beginner one. I never did have the beginner one. I bought the beginner sewing machine for my classes though. I had several of those and they worked great. My students loved them. They bought them pretty quickly when I put them up for sale when I closed my shop. So check out my Amazon shop. The link will be below. And then also, golden rule number 3 is pressing. You need to press a lot. So it's good to have a ironing board set up and your iron set up because you're going to use it all the time. Every seam needs to be pressed. You need to get the wrinkles out of your iron, out of your product. So get whatever you can afford. I've got a hand-me-down ironing board that I resurfaced, and then I put a handmade quilt on top of that just to give it extra padding. I don't know. I'm special like that. I just like it that way. I actually have another quilt that I put on here. As you can see it in the background, it's blue and teal and beige. But I had another one. It was a Winnie the Pooh quilt that I've been using for 20 years. And when I boxed up my sewing store, I boxed that up somewhere, and I haven't found it yet. So I had to make do with this one. As soon as I find my Winnie the Pooh, it will be back in its designated spot. Okay, so pressing is important, so be sure you have a quality iron and a quality ironing board. And I use a spray. It's a fabric deodorizer or something like that from Walmart. It's got the best scent, and it works perfectly. It's just like spraying water, scented water on your fabric and then ironing. It works great. And then golden rule number 4 is sew accurately. A lot of people don't realize the importance of a straight seam. They think they could just start here and zigzag. All my students had a really hard problem, most of them, not all of them, had a problem sewing a straight line. And it messed up the quality of their product by the time they finished. So that is actually what we practice in my first class, which I will be starting here as soon as I finish this series, my first class, beginner sewing series. And the very first class will be teaching you how to sew a straight line. And in my classes, not only will I be teaching you something, but you'll also be making a project. So you always leave the class with the finished project. Okay, so straight lines are important. Don't ignore them. Sew slow. It's better to sew slow and straight than fast and crooked. So straight lines. And then check your measurements often. I have a seam gauge, and especially if you're quilting or if you're making a piece of clothing, the seam is very, very important. It's important for everything, but those projects, it's really important for your blocks and for your items to match. So get a seam gauge and check every so often. Make sure that your seams are still correct. And if not, if they're really, really bad, you need to take it off your sewing machine and use your seam ripper. Yep, your seam ripper, and redo it. Because if not, you're going to ruin your project and you're going to wonder why it's not turning out the way you planned. Okay? And those are all that are on this form. There's more in my book, but straight lines is really important. Pressing is really important. And having a good attitude. Don't get angry at your machine. Don't get angry at your progress, because you will learn. It takes time. I don't know how many projects I messed up as a beginner, but I learned as I went. And as long as you continue on to the next project, seam rip it and continue it again, it'll be okay. God bless. I'll see you guys in lesson 15.